With all the mice in the world right now, a lot of people wonder why you should get a mouse with just a whole lot of buttons. Let's talk about it. More specifically, we'll be talking about the Razer Naga Hex V2, which has 7 side buttons and a total of 14 customizable buttons, some of which are a little hidden, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Getting some specs out of the way, this mouse has a maximum DPI of 16,000, which most of you won't utilize, so don't worry too much. The left and right clicks are mechanical, as well as the 7 side buttons. Not too sure about the little middle buttons, but you know, they're there, they still click. The scroll wheel is textured and you can feel the stops as you spin it. It also has side buttons when you press it left or right, as well as the basic down press. Something pretty clear is this mouse has RGB, which is controlled through Razer Synapse software. From there you can adjust the colors of the logo, the scroll wheel, as well as the side buttons. Regarding function, some people may be wondering, why do you need so many buttons on your mouse? I mean, you already have like a whole bunch of buttons on your keyboard. It all comes down to convenience. While this mouse was originally made for MOBA games where each of the buttons can be set to a specific attack, you can also set macros to them for editing programs. So maybe like in video editing, you can set one button to cut, another to delete, one opens up a menu to make various adjustments on the colors, maybe another one will just simply copy and paste it. It's pretty useful. You don't even have to use this mouse for MOBA games. You can use it for an FPS one like Overwatch. I use it to like punch for one button, another button opens up command wheels, one opens up all my sprays for fun, and the rest, well, yeah, they're voice lines. Taught my opponents when I'm flying around or just, you know, just having some fun. Wow, I'm terrible. Anyway, you might be wondering, don't I have to switch all my buttons every time I change games and softwares? Well, not really. Through the Razer Synapse software, you can save various different profiles and even link these profiles to different programs. That way when you open them up, you'll have the right key map each time. Through here you can also adjust the various DPI settings and, you know, each step can be adjusted. You can also adjust the lighting, as well as calibrate the mouse to the various mouse pads, which I don't really use. This is actually one of my favorite mice I've ever owned. I could change all the buttons like these 2 DPI buttons, but I like them where they are. It's mostly these 7 buttons, that's where it's at. On the original Naga, there was 12 buttons. I was originally gonna get it because I liked the feel of it, but I couldn't figure out what to do with so many buttons. So I got this one, which only has 7. It's just enough for me. The mouse itself, I think, is really comfortable to hold in my hand. It's not too small, it's not too big. It's pretty hefty towards the palm. It fits right nice and snug. It's got this little rubber grip here, which I don't really use. You would think you would put your thumb in here for smaller hands, but personally, I kind of move my fingers a little up. My thumb floats above the button, so I'm ready when I need it. Adding to the comfort, there's a little area for your ring finger, which I didn't think I needed until I actually got it. Off to the side, there's even a little grip for your pinky so that you can lift up the mouse a little easier. It's kind of nice. Now, just for a quick refresher, you can adjust more than just the 7 buttons on the side. You can also adjust the 2 buttons that is currently used as DPI, but I'd rather keep them that way. You can change the buttons for the scroll wheel from the left, right, as well as the down press. You can also change the left and right clicks, but, you know, I doubt you'd want to change those. Overall, I'd say this is a fantastic mouse. The sensor is fantastic. It has a nice feel in the hand. It's got a little ring finger rest. It's fat enough to fit into my big old palms. And it's got a whole mess of buttons, but not too many that would just feel kind of disoriented. As you can see, this mouse can be used for more than just MOBA games. It can be used for FPS games, MMO games. It can be used for video editing and photo editing. And this is because you can set a lot of macros to the various buttons on the mouse. This one only has 7 buttons, which is just enough, there's not too many. But if you really do need that many more buttons, you could get the regular Naga, which has 12 side buttons. Or you can check out other mice such as the Corsair Scimitar or Scimitar. There's also the Rollcat Nith and there's just a whole bunch of other mice with tons of buttons. This has been technical. I hope this helps.